G'day, guys. It's Warwick Kappa here. Welcome to Show and Tell, the podcast. We're the home of conversations that connect women.
We are.
Mel, Stacey and myself,
Hello.
Monty, are here with you today. And we're going to kick off the podcast a little differently. We've written some random questions. Where did we look at these questions
the
from?
Proust questionnaire.
Which is
It's like a really old French questionnaire. I guess it's like a certain number of questions. I think there's 100 in there, and it gives you more insight into your personality or whatever.
Right, okay.
Yeah, just interesting. They're interesting questions.
So we had to read through that and we just grabbed a few that we liked, twisted them a little bit, and we thought we're just going to kick off podcasts with the random question. Because you can play along too, wherever you are. So, Stace, do you want to dig into the
Sure. I wasn't listening when you guys had this conversation, so I'm excited.
Oh, we noticed. You haven't been listening most of the day.
Busy doing other
honest.
stuff, aren't I? Okay. This is the one I did hear. When were you the most happiest?
Geez, that's tough, isn't
It's
it?
very tough because sometimes you don't know you're at your happiest till after the fact.
Yeah. You know what? I got a call, a message from a friend the other day, and just saying, we were just saying how you're going and stuff. And he said, I'm just so happy. The kids are happy. My wife's happy. Work's going great. And I just wrote back and said, it's so brilliant.
God,
you know that you are really happy right now.
You hear that?
Yeah.
I know, right? Because normally something will happen and you look back and go, oh my God, I was so happy then. I didn't realise.
Yeah.
But I said, good on you. Like you're in it and you're knowing you're
you know
happy.
Maybe everyone should just try and start answering like that. Like, how are you? I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy.
I'm so far from my happiest at the moment.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course.
But you're allowed to be, you're allowed to be right now.
Can you think of when your happiest was in your life, Stace?
I almost feel like you could answer it for me better.
When you were pregnant, you were pretty happy.
Oh,
That was basically when Stacey
I
got the most
reckon-
depressed she's ever been.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Was it
Maybe
a World
when I
Cup moment?
Yeah, look, it was probably something like that. I reckon maybe my junior year in college, like playing lacrosse in America and being with all my mates and not being the eldest,
Yeah, okay.
but still being, I don't know, maybe that.
Yeah.
I've probably had a lot of those same feelings though, I think.
I have had, I can look
Not
back
one.
and go happy moments, but I don't have a slab of time where I go, okay, I'm the happiest. Actually, I was very happy not last year, the year before we did 3-month stint in Byron Bay.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
You were.
And I just removing myself from everyday life, and my mum was, I very much lived a lot of the last 8 years by my mum's 4 monthly scans with her chemo. So it would, with cancer. So I would, as soon as we'd get a scan, it would be okay. But then when it come to the 3-month mark for that next month until she'd get the next scan, I was freaking out. So when I literally went away from Byron and removed myself from everything, I remember being in the water with Sam, and Arlo was at kinder and Bax was at school, and Sam and I went
didn't
down
have
to
any kids.
didn't have any kids. But I said to Sam, I feel happy. And I remember saying that, and I said to him,
nice.
the fact that I'm feeling this and acknowledging it makes me think, how long haven't I been happy
Yes,
for?
because I more notice when I feel a bit funny. That just only happened to me on the weekend.
Yeah, right.
So I'm more conscious of, why am I happy? Because I think I'm kind of the same all the time. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
It's
very
hard for
even.
me to pinpoint it because I'm like conscious of being happy. But then those moments where I'm not, I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Which is very few and far in between.
Yeah.
It's like
I
the
think
opposite.
it's almost, you do notice your bad moods more. I can notice when I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I don't often really acknowledge when I'm in. I'm like, I'm having fun, but I don't
Yeah.
it really. So that would be it for me. That would be the time for me. What about you?
What about you?
I reckon maybe when my daughter was born, like coming home, I was almost, I mean, this did not last that long, but I was almost excited when she woke up during the night to see her. It was like you had a new toy almost. I was just so into everything she did. I reckon that was it. I didn't really worry about anything else except for, oh my God, this new job that I had. And she was beautiful and that was nice.
I was just talking about this the other day, because one of our mates just had a newborn, and I'm just like, isn't it crazy how that's the only time you give permission to not give a fuck about anyone, up the baby?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the mums that are done having kids long for that time to have a newborn again because it's the only time they can turn off.
Well,
Well, with the first,
that's the only time.
I think that's the
with
thing too. When it's your first baby,
element. Yep.
when you've got the second, it's
No, you can't.
Well, also, you are so very much in survival that anything outside of survival is too much.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? You can say no to things. You've got the best excuse in the world. Just go,
course.
no, sorry.
Don't come visit. Don't
Mickey's
wanna go
sleeping. Like, no.
Yeah.
You know, so
Paul's busy.
Paul's busy. Your favourite name. Hey, what's going on this week? What's the story that's floating your boat?
Have either of you watched the GOOP series?
Goop Lab.
Yes.
GOOP Lab on Netflix.
Not surprisingly, I skipped the sex one, but watched all the
but
rest
that's
of
the
them.
one you have to watch.
I know, but I can't.
You're such a prude.
I just don't.
No,
I have no
can
interest.
I
It's very
say,
full on.
you know, I am not prudish at all, especially when it comes to sex and stuff. I felt uncomfortable watching it almost in front of myself.
Really?
It was. There was a scene and it was really good in that they showed all different vulvas and, you know, innies, outies, whatever, all these different. I'm just going to say vagina. I know vulva is the right term, but it just feels not right. So all these different vaginas was really great. But there was a scene. There's a 90-year-old woman who basically holds these groups where she facilitates women to learn how to masturbate to have an orgasm, right? And there's a woman who looks like maybe she's in her late 40s or something with her, and she said, okay, I'm happy to do it on camera. On camera.
So did she work at Goop, which is, I'm sure you don't know, but it's Gwyneth Paltrow's.
No. This is a woman that runs these workshops with this woman who was 90, who looks spectacular for 90 years old.
She's
But
blowing a load
also
all
the
over
other
the
group
joint.
episodes, her staff do the stuff.
Yes.
So that's, yeah.
But this was these women, they sit in circles all together, totally naked.
God.
Right? But anyway, so this one scene, this woman that's in her 40s or whatever is laying on her back, legs open, and the woman's telling her, okay, so basically you're using the vibrator on your clit, then you're going to put this inside you. She orgasms, and the lady there is basically, it's like, it almost reminded me of when someone's giving birth and they've got their hand on your knee. She had her hand on her knee. She's going, yep, that's right. That's right.
I can't watch that.
And the woman had an orgasm. I'm like, oh my God.
It's
It's
very
the most,
confronting.
I reckon that's the most vulnerable moment
Yes.
ever.
It's
Yes.
Just the weirdest thing.
But on camera too, she must have been able to just go into her own place, to block out the camera.
To agree to be on camera though, you're going somewhere else anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like we would never agree to that. So she's obviously got the ability to.
I know, but to have that ability to go, okay, I'm going to sit with a 90-year-old woman with her hand on my leg, a vibrator up my Johnson.
And she's sort of going, oh, yeah.
It's not
yeah.
a Johnson, by the way. It's a penis. That'd be weird. Getting a vibrator up your Johnson. But that's so bizarre.
Yeah.
Good on her, though.
Oh yeah, more
It was
power to
really
her.
good. And the whole, like, I think Gwyneth Paltrow cops a lot of shit.
She does not trigger me one bit.
either.
That
Not
way.
me at all.
I love her.
Me too. And when you watch the show, you actually like her more because she's quite normal. And they take the piss out of her. She takes the piss out of herself. She's quite a cool chick.
People run a lot of comparisons between her and someone like Pete Evans. And I think the difference is she's not,
God.
I don't
Never
think
heard
they're
that
ever
comparison.
saying like, she talks about, there's one of the episodes is about you using psychedelics to deal with past trauma and
love
all that
that.
sort of stuff, right? And I
was a
feel
good
like
one.
she's not saying this is going to cure you. She's basically presenting information.
Yes.
So you're informed, and then at the end of the day, we're all grown-ups. We can make our own decisions. She's not like someone like Pete Evans that says sunscreen causes cancer. We shouldn't be wearing sunscreen.
No,
she's not saying anything definitive.
No,
like
and
that.
she's just showing other ways to help with your health. Like the Wim Hof method was on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of that. It was really cool. And they were very clear about like we're not offering
Well, she's just saying I'm just highlighting.
trying it. I'm having my
different-
staff try it.
Yeah. And so, but also I think because what she puts on Goop is a lot of it is high end. You know, your average person couldn't afford most of the stuff that's on there. But it's like, get a grip. You don't have to buy it.
No.
You don't have to look at it. You do not have to engage in anything
No.
she does. I really don't get why she triggers so many people.
Yeah.
Do you know what else? I think if you open a Vogue magazine and there's a $35,000 Chanel shirt in there,
Yeah.
well, no, we can't afford that. But
Yeah.
it's still nice to look at and just You know what I mean? Looking at, oh, yeah, cool.
Because you can even find cheaper versions, or you might go, okay, I want to get that one day possibly.
Might go to Bali and get it made.
Yeah. Also, Taylor Swift, her documentary is amazing.
It's so good.
What's it, Miss America? Is that
Miss
what it's called?
Americana.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Again, she's somebody else who triggers people. She does not trigger me at all.
And after watching that, I think personality in a way too, though, isn't that like, you know what I mean?
People are like white privileged, you know, and of course they are. But fuck, so are we. You know what I mean? The three of us.
That was a good doco though too, wasn't it?
She was so great. But one of my good friends watched it and she's like, I cannot stand her after the documentary.
Oh,
yeah, I've heard a bit of that too. Lots of people say that it felt really contrived. Like the conversations that she was having didn't feel like just genuine conversations, like it was almost set up. Really? I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I disagree.
I didn't get that at all. I felt a bit lonely for her.
Oh, so lonely.
Yeah,
and her
fame's
mum's
lonely.
got a brain tumour as well. Like, and that's her closest person. Fame would be so unbelievably lonely.
Very lonely.
She can't do a thing.
Imagine not being sure who you can trust though too. Like anyone new, you don't really know their intention, so you basically got to stick with the old. Like, you know, which is fine. But you know
then
what I mean?
also your old friends wouldn't have. I always am intrigued when people who are really, really rich hang out with people who don't have much money, because there's such a difference in what you can do. Do you know what I mean?
And it does affect it. It has to.
They're probably just doing a lot of shouting.
Oh yeah,
you know,
just pay for it,
do you want to go to the Bahamas? I'll pay.
You're just conscious when you go out with people that, you know, if I go out with people for dinner that I know have got a lot more money than me and they're ordering $100 bottles of wine and stuff, I'm like, shit, we're splitting this and I do not make the coin you make.
Yeah.
Just what you end up getting used to and accustomed to and starts to change.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't even necessarily connect with her old friends as much anymore.
No.
But they'd be the ones that have known her since she was no one. Very, very interesting. They're both on Netflix as well, but I'm right into the GOOP lab.
Me too.
I did Wim Hof for a little bit. I did the breathing and
I started the breathing.
I did it, which there's an app you
How
can
good's
get.
that guy's voice? And he says, fully in.
Yeah.
He says, I'm like, I could listen to him saying, fully in all the time. But they were saying people were getting really lightheaded.
Yeah, you get
with that
so
breathing.
lightheaded. I used to do it
Who
before
breathes like
I'd
that?
get into the shower. Yeah, but it's meant to kind of, I think, warm up your body or something. And I did an ice bath. Once there were some people doing the Wim Hof method and I went to one of the classes and then did an ice bath. But I've started to do hot and cold therapy now. I've got onto a new doctor. I want somebody who's more integrated. I'm basically Gwyneth Paltrow because I've got chronic fatigue and chronic migraines and nothing I've done's worked. So I've got onto this doctor who's actually a doctor. She's also a surgeon, but she's very much go as natural as you can to start
Great.
with. So she's all about doing hot and cold therapy. And so I'm going and doing 20 minutes in a sauna and then jumping in a cold tub for 5 minutes. And I'm doing that 3 times a week at the moment. But it's meant to really get to like the mitochondria, like the health of your cells and meant to help with energy. There's just the benefits are huge.
Are you noticing anything?
Not yet. I've only been strictly doing it for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to give it a while.
Yeah.
She's also suggested infrared sauna
All right.
and intermittent fasting, which I've had an eating disorder in the past. So I'm very conscious of not getting too caught up in it. But I'm just watching myself at night after I've had my meal and going, okay, my body needs a bit more rest than I'm giving it, because normally I just shove food in it all the time, not consciously. So I'm just more conscious of going, do you want that? And I thought I'm watching it carefully because I don't want to go into old habits, but I'm finding I'm getting more freedom. Because I'm thinking about food more instead of just shoving it in. It's like, if you want this, you can have it. Do you want it? And I'm like,
What's want versus need, isn't it?
yeah. I'm like, I actually don't.
Need that.
Well, yeah, I don't. I just really don't. And I'm saying to myself, if you want it after, you know, like I'm trying to have about 12 hours without eating, which isn't the hardcore fasting either. I think that's 8-16, which I'm like, fucking no chance. To give your body a rest, to clear out all the toxins.
I've heard
and
good
stuff
things
like
about
that. People do it, absolutely rave about it.
But also, like 12 hours is like what a lot of people would do, like 10 to 10. Sometimes I don't do that. I do that without even knowing I'm doing it.
Yeah, but here's my thing is, so say I'll eat at like 8 o'clock in the morning, then, you know, usually that's when I'll have my first meal. But I'm just conscious that I need to give my body a bit more of a break, because even when I'm making the kids' lunches, I'll just be like shoving grapes in my mouth,
totally.
or if there's a packet of chips open, I'll just have a bit of that. Like, you don't realise how much you pick.
If you wrote it down, you'd be frightened.
I mean, for other people, you would go harder than that. I'm just so conscious of not falling into old patterns that I'm like.
It's great.
And you're also a breakfast person. I don't know about you, but I'm not a breakfast.
I'm not interested.
I'm not like that. So I could easily stop eating at a certain amount of time and then not eat again until it's whatever the time is now. I haven't eaten today, right?
Are you kidding?
Hang on, but this is the problem.
It's almost
I'm so spacey, but this is the problem. I get home and then I can't stop eating.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're just like starving your body for way too long.
Well, I guess that's what intermittent fasting
No,
is.
it's
People
not
do
like
16-8, but people also swear by doing like full 24-hour.
Yeah, but you have to build yourself up. I almost feel nervous talking about this because we're not educated enough to go do this. Make sure if you're into anything like the hot
totally.
stuff or the intermittent fasting, any of that, make sure you really research it.
We're
'cause
not
it's
telling
so far
people
from
to do
everyone.
it. Just
I
what we're
definitely
doing.
think you like having something in your body before now, which we're recording
Oh,
this
actually, I'm
at
having a
2
cup of tea.
o'clock in the afternoon.
Cup of tea. Get a grip.
Anyway, okay. Jeez.
Just gave her a right at lecture.
Wow. No judgment.
Hey,
Safe space.
moving on to another food topic, avocados, which Stacey, you're basically allergic to, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Can't
Do you
go near
like them?
No, I don't like them either. Really, I don't like the texture of them. But I get it. It's in my family. All of us were just 6 hours from minute to minute, down and out.
If you have a bit of avocado, you just pick
Even
for
a little
6 hours.
bit. Mm-hmm. And pesto.
If I could
Two
make
things my
love.
mum's the same.
to
What's
an
in the
avocado.
because if you break down the ingredients of pesto,
I know, and separately, it's not bad. It's the oil part of it. It's high fat, natural. Are you tricking me right now?
I'm not going to bring you an. I don't want to
No,
watch you
because it
pick
would
for
be the
six-
No, but I
nuts,
mean, like, I
the
feel like
nuts,
you
the
brought up
oil.
avocado and I didn't hear us talk about it beforehand.
Oh no,
So
no,
I'm
I'm
like,
not tricking you. No,
no. It's high natural fats.
Yes,
Get me hard.
I love-
I can have French fries, no problem. I can't have high natural fat.
Wow.
Good times.
so like coconut oil, no good.
can't do
coconut yogurt.
No coconut yogurt.
I'm so sick of especially because I've done a month and a half of eating plant-based, right? But I am so over coconut yogurt, coconut this, coconut. I feel like there's a sameness to the taste of everything.
they totally
Oh,
are.
of course.
Everything
Very
tastes the
strong.
same.
Yeah.
It definitely does with coconut. Like whoever comes up with the next thing, like coconut's very now. You
Yeah,
know, it's like
yeah.
Yeah,
whoever
so
discovers,
true.
hey guys, like seriously, if we crush up a gum tree and then we've got gum tree milk and gum tree yogurt. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there'll be
yeah.
something else.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oat milk. That's what it is. It's coming.
Yeah, but it's got gluten in it, so it doesn't serve everyone. It's not
Yeah,
as
that's right.
yes.
What did you want to say about avocado?
Yeah.
So what I wanted to say about avocados, here's a hack. Mel, you're a fellow person who loves avocado.
love avocados.
So
Who
here's
doesn't? People love avocados.
it's
The
so
cult.
good.
Yeah.
It is so because you know what? Not that I do this, but you can make it into brownies. Like it's a very versatile.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You could say it's a fruit or a veggie.
I think, you know what my daughter told me? I don't know if this is true, but she said she learnt at school that anything with a seed is a fruit.
Yeah. So a tomato's
What
a
about a
fruit.
capsicum? Is capsicum a fruit?
I guess so.
Must be.
I believe my kids with everything now, my 8-year-old, because I'm like, I've got no
Hold on.
idea.
What about a pumpkin's got a seed? So is
Yes.
a pumpkin a fruit?
I don't know.
It might mean one seed, like one. Do you know what I mean?
But
No.
apples have got lots of seeds in them.
very cool.
Do you remember
Mandarins.
before we came in here and I said, should I bring my laptop just in case I've got to check anything?
Yeah, we should have done that.
Should have
Hold
brought
on.
it in.
Are there seeds in mandarins or pips? What's the difference
Pips.
between a seed and a pip?
I think it's the same thing, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're the same thing
Anyway, while you Google, Stace,
Yeah.
because you can regrow from,
a seed,
yes.
but not a pip. Like if you
Well, a
planted
pip you probably could.
Avocados are fruits
yeah.
and are technically considered a single-seeded berry.
What about a pumpkin? A single-seeded berry.
What would you call inside I call it a pip in
Oh, sorry about
that?
that noise. Don't know.
in an apricot. I would call that
It's a
what did I
fruit.
say? Seed. It is?
Pumpkins are fruit. What is going on right now?
I just, when you learn things
Your
like
daughter's
that.
right. This is what I mean. We've got to believe our kids because we
I
don't know
know.
any of this stuff anymore.
So hold on.
oh my God.
So anything with seeds.
So a zucchini?
From a scientific standpoint, they're a fruit. People within the culinary world will often still refer to them as vegetables.
Like universally, people would say, I think that's
it's
what
like
I
with tomatoes. You know, people go, no, tomato's a fruit, not a vegetable. Like everyone knows
check
that about
zucchini.
tomato, but
Zucchinis have got. And you know what? Even eggplants have got little seeds in them, don't they?
yeah, don't mind a bit of eggplant either.
Mate, it's the most underrated vegetable
Love
that
an
there
eggplant.
is.
You can really infuse flavour into eggplant and zucchini because they're pretty tasteless.
Oh, it's so good. Anyway, back to this. This is a tip for avocados.
Yes.
Because as soon as you cut them, they bloody go brown.
Yes.
And I
It's a
feel
vegetable.
Like
Zucchinis are a vegetable. Botanically, zucchinis are fruits.
Huh.
But
yeah.
zucchini flower.
Also, it's both.
Who's going to bring that up at our next dinner party, eh?
I don't go on dinner parties.
No, I was just thinking it'll probably be you because it's not us. Yeah, anyway, it's a hack that if you use the outer layer of lettuce to wrap up your avocado, it won't go brown.
Okay, have you tried it?
An iceberg lettuce?
Yeah, like if you think of an iceberg lettuce, the outer layers are to protect the inner layers. So apparently if you use, which is so good, if you think about it, I was like, that's great.
Yeah.
Try that.
I don't have iceberg lettuce.
Nah, me neither.
Like who has iceberg lettuce these days?
A
You
lot
can
of
buy
my family still use iceberg.
Mark
Very
loves
crunchy.
an
I should go
iceberg
back to that,
lettuce.
I feel it's an uneducated lettuce.
No, do you know?
you're such
No,
a
it's
dick.
very basic, and I
Get
think,
a lot out of it.
but it also doesn't have. I don't think it has hardly any nutritional
No,
value
why
at all.
And
would
it's
you-
cheaper.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm like never, if I'm eating a salad and it's
Cos?
got, well, same as iceberg.
Oh no, I smash cos. Is that what they call romaine?
Yes.
That's
Similar.
very nutrient dense.
Is it?
Yes, because it's a darker green leaf as well. You look at an iceberg lettuce.
Sometimes it's white.
It basically is translucent white.
I'm just like, if you're going to go any lettuce, you go spinach.
Oh no,
No chance.
mixed lettuce.
Mixed
I can
lettuce
do.
is good.
Yeah, not straight spinach.
I'm going like romaine, whatever that
Yeah.
is, Caesar salad type.
cos.
Cos. You
sorry,
always
yes.
do a cos.
Always.
Yeah, anyway, so I think that's worth a try. There's nothing that shits me more than spending $5 on an avocado, and then as soon as I get home, Sam will hoe into it, and then he half wraps it up because we're not plastic anymore in bloody, what are they called? The
Wax
wraps,
things.
the beeswax things, and so that's in the fridge, and then I go to
it's
get it, and
gone.
it's all nasty.
How bad is it when you go to cut it and you can feel, you can almost feel the skin's pulled away from a little bit,
Yeah.
and you go, oh no, this is going to be a shit one. You open it up, it's all brown inside. You got to chuck it out, but when you cut into it and it's perfect, a perfect green avocado. It's not too ripe, not too
It's just
firm.
perfect.
Just look at Mel's face right now.
Makes me so happy, but I have to put
does. It's a small victory.
shitload of salt on it.
Oh, salt.
Oh, yeah.
God. Yuck.
Oh, I love it.
Makes me
When
so
we were
happy.
younger, my sister and I used to put just Thousand Island dressing. Remember, it was like Paul Newman's or
Yeah.
something like Thousand Island dressing. Like you
really?
take the seed or pip, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it is, out of the avocado and just fill it with
Really?
salad dressing, and we just eat it like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, loved it.
Wow.
I'll do anything for my kids to eat avocado. If I see my kids eat
My kids
banana or
wouldn't.
avocado,
Yeah, same.
it just like I feel like, yeah, it's
You're winning
all
as a
right.
parent.
It's okay. Everything's all right. They've got a bit of something.
What
in
about
them.
with a dip? Like, I'm sorry, with like carrot sticks and stuff. Would they eat it like that? Like a
They
dip?
don't like
Or on toast?
my kids never eat anything that's mixed in together. Do you know what I mean? So on Bax's plate, it's like cucumber and then capsicum.
Yeah.
It's all separate.
Same.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. All right.
Good chat.
Wow. Today we peaked.
Educational.
Shittest of podcasts officially. Hey, you know what we are going to do though is start a new podcast. We're going to start doing it a little bit more, and we're going to get a talk back time on. And so we want to hear from you. We want to know, like, it's a safe space.
It is a safe space, and we've had a ton of people write in.
Yes, and we thought, you know what, we want to hear if you're having any problems or relatable stories when it comes to your kids. You know, you're like, shit, shame file here. I did this. Like Stacey's, for example, the other day, you told us how your mum was so annoyed at your brother when she was young,
And he was
when
a
they were
baby
younger,
ish.
that he was complaining about his toast being too burnt. So she got the toast and just rubbed it into his face.
Like sandpaper.
Oh, it's so good. See, things like that. Safe space. Maybe something's going on in your world. Maybe something random's happened. It's just going to be your time. Talk back time. We'll give you a call and we'll just talk. So make sure you can send us a DM on our Instagram, Show and Tell Online, or stacey@showandtellonline.com.au is the email address you can hit us up at.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, we got a bad review on iTunes.
What was it saying?
Just thumbs down.
No,
just a thumbs
it's
down.
just a thumbs down. But
You can't do
And
that.
it's in red. So every time I look at it, it sticks
All
out.
you
And I'm like,
see.
we've got so many beautiful written reviews. The others are all positive. But that one red thumbs
If you're
down.
going to do
I'm like,
that, write a little bit. Give us some feedback.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we do make sure we read all your emails and we read all your comments on iTunes. So thank you. Share it with your friends. Let's get everybody listening to our podcast. I don't know why.
Just don't let them listen to that one.
Bye for now.
Bye.